Well, hello, hello, hello. I'm Toussaint Morrison.
And I'm Dr. Wylie.
And welcome back to About That Track.
They said a young man was shot down yesterday. Another number in a non-white face. Hot damn, what's come over me? My heart is beating, but I can't feel a thing inside. Oh, it's all empty. They teach us lies till we dig our own graves, but not me. Not till I make the city sing.
So this one is a song that I'm trying to remember the. I'm coming up down. It's remember the horses, the funeral song. We initially sampled a song and we had made so many layers on it.
I'm usually a good charades partner, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Keep going.
Coming up on. It's called Funeral Song and it's by Band of Wild Horses, I think. We sampled it and we were like, oh, this is gonna be dope. And then I was like, why don't we just remove the sample and the song is just fine.
We do that a lot.
And so that's what this song is. Lots of things going on here. Last day of school, incorporated Andrew Berkowitz from Jimmy and the Threats. So whenever Andrew Berkowitz is a part of the song, we say it's featuring Jimmy and the Threats. So here goes Last Day of School. Took us probably, this was originally gonna be in, I think, the
I'm pointing to a
it was going to be in
releases.
Fast Times at Trillmont High mixtape, which was 2014, ended up being on the album Lesser Restoration in 2017. So this track started 4 or 5 years before it was released. Here we go.
Oh, I used to believe.
It's like anthemic. It just goes like intro, outro.
In definition of free.
Get comfortable.
I'd go to class and days gone by while they taught me someone else's history.
Really not apologetic, and these lyrics are just like.
But when I left,
white America history, no, thank you. I don't want it.
I found my story right here in this street. When I came to tell you that I'd found the truth, they told me they got a full bad news.
Streamlined so well into the song.
They said a young man was shot down yesterday. Another number in a non-white face. Hot damn.
That's Andrew Berkowitz beatboxing.
My heart is
and that's also him doing bass.
They teach us lies till we dig our own graves, but not me.
Berkowitz also called the shots in that harmony a little bit as well. He collaborated. This was all later on.
Your principles bullshit than a bullet. Discount ammunition at Walmart ain't hard to sell. We both know there's no part of a 16.
That organ worked out big time.
That could be saved by the bell. I mean it from standardized lines to colonized minds. Who'd have thought that
definitely has a Macklemore vibe to it. I'm not gonna lie. It was easily coming out at that time.
Trust that slave driver to save a dollar. Security and COP's got complex and make you holler, but help me bitch teach how to rich, stay rich, and not for the rest of the class to follow a paper trail all the way.
So didn't realize that till you mentioned it.
Yeah.
School poor flunk in the demographic to jobless, impoverished, to dropping dead.
Whenever we play this song live, I gotta go through like mouth warm-ups, all types of crap just to get all these syllables in. All of them.
Don't get wide-eyed and surprised when the precinct lieutenant is calling in. A young man shot down yesterday. Another number in a non-white face.
That harmonies are so dope. I love that.
My heart is
really makes
by, for those music theorists out there, just horizontal composition is as opposed to like looking at it chord. It's more like through lines of this note leading to this note leading to that note.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes two notes will stay the same while just one changes.
No, they were all. Yeah.
United crushers, we fight, fly, and die amongst us. Collide at lunch rush, a cafeteria of misguided assumptions, and a roof for
no live instrumentation on this either. Claps maybe.
Yeah, the claps were.
Yeah.
books on books of AP US history.
What is that?
Yeah.
And that's a piano going through a filter. Sounds like it.
Yep.
Or something.
With pizzicato strings kind of sprinkled in there.
School dreams of becoming police, firemen, presidents, controllers of a destiny until the floorboards gave in and the curtain dropped down and exposed the joke of a system of Geminis and at-risk.
This part.
City and all over, from becoming futurist occurs and Billy Powell sheep Osceolas. This is
So many historical references in here. I like.
somebody stop the car. We need to
Can make a Wikipedia page out of it. Several of them.
exempt. We're rolling.
Many links.
Yeah, Chief Osceola, Assata Shakur, I mean, everything.
A young man shot down yesterday.
And I don't think there'd be any other way to do this song, like to make it shorter or anything like that. I would have never want to make it shorter.
It takes me back to that little weekend we did in Milwaukee where we actually were on a local radio show with this song. And he gave us like a handful of tracks. And we got about 3 minutes left. We got time for one more song. We're like, let's do this one. We're like, psych.
Yeah, no,
So
that,
we ended
that
up going
definitely-
over because I could just see him kind of
Yeah,
getting antsy, wanting to
yeah. Screwed up this program.
do the radio fade.
I used to believe
This point in the video is like
in the
what
finishing of free.
what the homeboy Danny did was out of control. Like, I loved it.
Another moment of is public society going to have a problem with what we're doing out here in this basketball court?
Yeah, I mean, it was what it was, man.
Are those kids okay?
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong with those children?
I found my story right here in
Also in Loring Park during the day, probably not the best place to be there with a friggin' camera. Like, you can get held up in Loring Park for just having cigarettes. I mean, like, broad daylight.
bad news. Bad news.
I feel like I'm Rilo Kiley in this one.
Bad news. Bad news.
Take him to church.
It was a young man like you.
All the faces here.
Woo, girl. Time everything it leads up to this like.
We gotta play this at the next show. There's no way we don't do this at the next show. It's gonna happen. Yeah.
It's going to be the encore after last call.
Yeah.
Just like the radio
We got a
show.
9-minute song for you. It's called Last Day of
Lights
School.
are up.
It was a young man like you.
See, they would never play this on radio because it's just too damn long.
I mean, the current might.
Yeah, the current might.
They like being bold like that sometimes.
Yeah.
So much shame right now. You and me, we have the chance to steer our fate so no one.
Berkowitz over the end there, looped him.
I'll make the city sing your name.
And we're out of time.
So that song, I mean, again, 4 or 5 years it took to go over that. It's huge. It's just a bulldog. It's a bull of a song. Like, it's giant. And it didn't. I mean, the intro came in later on. That song started out as "It was a young man like you." And then I was like, well, why not just throw this intro on there? You know?
Yeah, I mean, it is a song that is split into acts.
Yeah.
And Act 1 was not the first act that was invented.
No. Certainly wasn't.
I think the verse was a foundational part of it.
Yeah.
But we did make a majority of the background progress before we brought in the beatbox.
Yeah,
Brought in
yeah.
the Jimmy and those threats. And
I
once that was established, that's when we kind of took the step back to contemplate the full scope of it all.
Exactly, and I think without Berkowitz, Jimmy and the Threats, it clearly wouldn't be the same song, but it would absolutely be just different, dude. Like, there's just that acapella element to it. Like, it adds so much.
And I think it bodes well with the content of the video, and not to mention the content of the lyrics, in that it's not a song that was made in a vacuum in somebody's room in a basement cut off from the world.
No.
It incorporated elements that were people.
Yeah.
In fact, the majority of it, if you take out those sounds that came from a human, like with the beatboxing, with the harmonies, with the lyrics, it would be a lot of organs, a very spiritual progression, but even that, I think, is a great like sonic foundation to this, because it's not me doing what I kind of gravitate towards, which is, you know, very kind of clubby, electronic, dancey, synthy, you know, feel good, dance, have a good time, sort of, you know, like it was a challenge for me to feel satisfied with, you know, most, you know, specifically in this instance, like the intro, because that's where my mind is going, is like, am I playing too much? Am I playing not enough? Am I complimenting the lyrics and not distracting from the lyrics? And that was a challenge for me, because pass after pass, it's not like what I was doing was technically difficult, but it was very, I don't know, spiritually difficult.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot going on, and to carry the energy all the way through, I mean, that was the chaotic neutral. You could like make that like hard cut transition to verse, but with this, it was like you got to carry like the soul of it all the way through. It's got to be a through line. It's got to keep going.
Like I almost felt like I was the special effects in a movie where when they're done right, you don't know that they're there.
Yeah.
But it totally gives the immersion.
Yeah.
But the minute you're like, wait a minute, is that a computer face? That's a young looking, you know, Kirk Douglas there. They did something.
What did you do, Ant-Man?
I don't know what they did.
What did you do?
Something's going on here. So that, if I can just fade into the background in this one, you know, a lot of times I like being like, oh, people will hear this and it's dope. It'll be like, that's a Timbaland beat. You know when it's a Timbaland beat, and I like having moments where it's like, you know, this is me. And this one is more than any song not about me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we've ever really done something like that since then. I mean, it's going to call for it. I mean, there could be a track called California that may be that, but I mean, we'll see how it turns out. So yeah. But that is Last Day of School.
Flood the market.
Yeah,
gotta
keep flood it.
You know.
Yeah.
One every few.
Yeah, and that's Last Day of School. Hope you dig it. You can check it out on Spotify. Check out all this other stuff about that track on patreon.com/Toussaint Morrison. Join the Social Science Club, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you.